Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to qualifying for the Formula One community event. We've got 2 doses of Austin, Bahrain and then Spain to come. And in a week where we've gave you exclusive videos, the track of Miami, the track of Jeddah, and we've also seen in the real world F1 cars being launched. I'd like to launch my own, and this is the new AZW F1 car. And you've gathered it's the same as it was before. So we're matching the F1 teams running the same car. We're going to get in to qualifying. First race up is the Circuit of the Americas. We are running a 100% wet race, and we've got Seb from Black Sails running at the top. So let's give it a go. First race up in qualifying. Race number 1, and it looks like it is a human player, so this should be very interesting to kick off qualifying in the Miami Grand Prix. Make sure you do drop a subscribe. It does mean the absolute world that you are on this journey with me. So 100% wet race, and let's see where we qualify. And it is comfortably ahead of the opponent, but P1 and P5. So we're going to do a SAR when I find it. Should always look at my boosts prior, but I never do because I never learn. And Lewis Hamilton is going to go on the Hex. We're going to extend out with Stroll, and Hamilton will probably do a 4-4. Hopefully we get a good start. Hopefully we don't get destroyed by the opponent up the inside. That's not what we want. So here we go. Lights out. Can Lance Stroll, starting his first Grand Prix from pole, get a good start? And he does. What about Lewis Hamilton? Round the outside. Bit of a different line, but he's in P5. He hasn't made up any ground so far. And Lance Stroll has cleared out the front nice and easy. Can we go up the inside with Lewis? Looking at George Russell. He moves aside, you know, team orders and all that. And now Hamilton is through. What about on the Ferrari? And we're through, and nearly goes off the track. Absolutely brilliant speed from Lewis. And we are up to P3. So we can just chill out now. We're going to do potentially 5 laps with Stroll. We might do 4 if we don't need to do 5. There's no point us pushing it. And we come through. Rival P7, P13 using ballast and copper, which is an interesting boost choice. It might be Alessandro's free-to-play account. So we won't judge any boosts that are used. But Hex is the literal best wet boost on the game up with tuning. Now, I'm not using tuning at the moment because, well, I don't have many. And I've just noticed it's raining in America and it's 32 degrees. I mean, someone explain that to me. I mean, it's red hot and it's raining, which I know can happen in America. As we start lap 3, we've got Hamilton P3. So Hamilton versus Norris is the fight that we're interested in. And Lewis Hamilton can easily do 4 laps, even 5 on that Hex. And we're just going to move him up to a medium boost. See if we can pull him a little bit closer. Let's give him a boost down the straight and cut down. And we've got a safety car now as well. So, going to jump in the pits nice and early. We can do 5 laps. We're going to do a lap under the safety car as well. So we're going to bring both our drivers in early because we may as well. Stroll into the pits. Coming out in P2. Lewis Hamilton, rival pits as well. Good choice by the rival. And Lewis Hamilton comes out P4. Difference is Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris are still to pit. So we trek round. Safety car, I hope it's got its wipers working because it's going to need it today with this heavy downpour in the Circuit of the Americas. So come on, safety car, tow us along. Let me know how you're getting on this week. Are you trying a new division? Are you trying champion? Are you trying contender for the first time? Do let me know. Remember, Discord server for myself is in the link below as well. We've got over 170 people in there, all learning every single day. So give it a jump and come on in and say hello. So we're about to get racing back in Circuit of the Americas in COTA. And can we get off to a good start behind the safety car? Because Norris should dip into the pits, or he might not do. And he's not. He's not pitted. Interesting. But we carry on through. Stroll looking for a move. Can't make it happen. Hamilton goes wide, you know, just using the extra track to his availability. And we're going to cut down a little bit because Norris probably going to run out of tyres. And we've just got to protect our tyres a little bit. Remember, we're doing a 3-5 pretty much here. But a slow 4th lap, which shouldn't hurt us too much. And you can see both drivers right on the limit as that corner, fighting amongst themselves. And we're going to have everybody pit now. So everybody is going to pit apart from the rival. And we now will take up P1 and P2 in this race. And then we've just got to conserve. And we'll get the rival's going to get ahead as well on that cuppa. So rival puts a distance between us. What's the rival's tyres look like? Halfway. So he's at a bit of a push as well. And rival's going to get us. Rival somehow gets us on that cuppa. But we'll get him straight back, or nearly. And we're just going to carry on around. So let's push again with both drivers now. See what we can get done. We might have to pit one more time here with Hamilton. So that's why I'm just extending this stint out now. Just to cover off. That rival will definitely pit. So let's just pit again with Lewis Hamilton. We've got a 7-second gap back to Lando Norris. So we should be absolutely fine, but I am just going to pit anyway because the rival is going to as well. Hamilton down to the final corner. Final of the straight, I should say. And we will bring him in. We've got 8-second gap. We didn't really have to pit. We could have probably conserved all the way around, but we're going to come in. Rival's going to carry on though, which is an interesting move from the rival. And we are out in P2 just. So we took the chance of a pit stop to protect at all costs. And now we can race away into the heavy rain. At even filling up the ground, look. It's not even a pond, it's just water from this race. Look at it all. But we're going to come through and avoid this human player in race number 1. And Lance Stroll will pick up a win for the first time. And Lewis Hamilton come through in P2. Rival ran out of tyres in P3, so we knew that wasn't going to be the case. But for us, nice and easy, 47 points in the end. Race 2, and we're looking at a max account. So max account for race number 2. Will it be a bot? Will it be a human? And can we overcome it? It's very hard to overcome one of these bots, so we're going to give it our very best shot, and we're going to be on the back foot, P4, P5. So we're going to go Jin, which is what we always do around here, and we're going to go for probably downforce. I'm thinking for, we'll probably go Taurus. I want some more tyres for Hamilton. So we've got it all to do in race number 2. And it's hard tyres selected on P1, so definitely looks like a bot. Can we make early moves? Here we go, we're off. Stroll up the inside. This will be a perfect start. Hamilton goes round the outside, and we do get past the soft tyre this time. What about Stroll? Stroll up the inside of Verstappen. Hamilton follows as well. Brilliant start to this race for our GP. And we are round. Stroll past Hamilton as well, and into P1. What a fanatic race. And Lance Stroll already into P1 with Lewis Hamilton into P3. What an epic start to the Bahrain Grand Prix. And the tables have very quickly turned as the rival gives us a go on Lewis Hamilton. And I'm not too bothered if he comes past at the minute because we're on different strategies. But Lewis Hamilton doesn't want him to come past. So we're going to boost out. Just get away a little bit. Just to keep our... We've got Taurus, so we've got some fuel and tyres, so we're absolutely fine when it comes to conserving. We're not absolutely fine for Hamilton sending one up the inside. But Stroll is away. Hamilton 5 seconds behind at the minute, and that equates to around 4. So we're going to have to start boosting, and I'm going to start boosting now just to close the gap. Stroll will be coming in this lap. for some soft tyres. Now Stroll is on gin, which is cornering, blocking and grip, so absolutely fine for this track. Lewis Hamilton on the Taurus, tyre management, cornering and fuel, which is also a very good boost round here. So Hamilton will keep going, and we should be able to do 4 laps on the mediums. We can. So we should have a good end to this race. 2 soft tyres will come in. Lewis Hamilton should come in as well. And our Lewis Hamilton should get a nice decent run out the front of this race. And we'll boost Stroll as well, just to get him through and out the way as well. And we'll follow these 2 round. We don't want a safety car, that could ruin us as well, so we've got to be careful. We've already had 1. We've pulled a 7-second gap over rival, so it's just the AI of Max Verstappen to follow. And Lewis Hamilton, good work there from Lewis, into P2 in the pits. And Stroll continues round and will be pitting for some soft tyres. Where's Hamilton going to come out? Nice, easy P3. So we're looking absolutely fine here. We have got to chase down, well, 4-second gap. So we're going to close that quickly. Where has he got? Medium tyres. So he won't be going to the end. He's still got to pit. And Stroll comes in. So Stroll will basically chill out for the rest of this race up front. And hopefully he'll use some blocking if that Red Bull gets any closer. Hamilton comes along in P3. We're on 3 laps to go, including this one. The gap down to 4 seconds. So we are closing. But he is going to have to pit, Max Verstappen. So it hangs in the balance. Nearly 2 laps to go. Less than 50%. So Verstappen will be pitting on lap 7. And we've got enough fuel and tyres to keep going here with Lewis. We're just going to hold him up. And we're away. Can we get him down the straight? Can we do him on the track? Hamilton looks for the inside. Can't get it done. Max Verstappen lives to fight another day. This Max Verstappen, very powerful in this race. And let's get rid of Stroll. And that's a move up the inside by Lewis Hamilton. And Lewis Hamilton is into P2. And this Max Verstappen will fall back very quickly because of the pit stop. And we are looking very good indeed. Panic over at Bahrain. It is a corner and grip track. That's where we've benefited from these boosts. And we just need to bring it home now in the night sky. And then we can have a little nap for races 3 and 4. But no dramas just yet. That is best case scenario. Bit of lag, but we're safely through. And last few corners to commit to. Hamilton will cut down, running low on fuel. But Lance Stroll will win again. P1 for Lance Stroll. And Lewis Hamilton on that Taurus worked absolutely beautifully. And we do come home for a 1-2 finish. And it is 2 lots, 47 points. Race 3 from Spain. And this what cost us last week a point when we couldn't overcome a bot. But hopefully with a decent matchup this time, we can navigate this pretty smoothly. We have got a chance of rain, not in qualifying though, dry qualifying. And what about into the race? So some potential rain in the race, but we're not going to select a boost of that sort. We're going to just go on a dry because it shouldn't matter too much from where we're starting. Usually you could do one driver on a wet boost, one on a dry. 44 seconds, it's going to be mixed weather by the look of it this time round. So this should get very interesting. So Stroll's off to a good start. Lewis Hamilton is in P2, goes wide at the first corner, but does escape any serious bother. And Lance Stroll takes us through into P1 with Lewis behind. So we're going to have some mixed weather racing. Every 40 seconds looks to be, and I didn't really mean to push Hamilton so far. But the question is, what do you go for? Do you want to be on wets or do you want to be on dries? Well, let's just stick it out and see what happens as we do detach ourselves from the pack. and they are on medium tyres, so we should be able to just conserve and build a gap. How long is this rain in for though? It is indeed 39 seconds, and then it's going to be dry weather, so we're going to stay on the dry tyres. These two are both decent in the wet, so we shouldn't have a problem here. Remember though, boosts that we've selected, Downforce and Taurus, both good cornering boost. You've got the grip from Downforce as well, and they've both got tyre management to make you extend if need be. So we're not going to come in for wets, we're going to just chill out a bit and watch what the weather does, because in 9 seconds, I assume we've got another 45 seconds of dry weather, and it's going to keep changing. So here we go, let's find out. And yes, we have 38, but it's going to stay dry. So it is going to stay dry, and we are going to keep on our original plan. Hamilton we might extend to lap 5, just to see in case any more rain comes through. But for now, we're going to pull Stroll in and bring him out on medium tyres to the end. And what's the gap that Hamilton's got? We'll bring Hamilton in now, I think. We don't need to risk it. We'll bring out the softs. And then we should have a good at least a minute and a half of dry weather anyway. No more rain by the look of it. I mean, it's raining on the screen, but it's definitely not raining on the track. And we are in. So Hamilton in from P2, and we've got a safety car. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Hopefully the rain doesn't come out anytime soon, because it could get pretty eventful here in Spain. Now, unfortunately, Max Verstappen is probably going to jump Lewis Hamilton here because of the safety car. So we're going to have it all to do to get past this annoyance of Max Verstappen. We've even got Hamilton on a medium boost. I don't think it's going to do absolutely anything though. Stroll will inherit the lead, and I don't think Hamilton is going to get ahead. He might do, he might not. He's not going to. Max Verstappen, because of the safety car, jumps us in the pits. Behind us, Lewis Hamilton on the hards will give us a bit of a breather as we set off. And 2 safety cars out of 3 races so far. And we've got to watch this train come all the way around. No wet weather. If it was going to be wet again, I think we would be in a very difficult position. But we've got to follow the driver in front. Team orders could come into play here as well, because we've got mediums in front of softs. So this could be a little bit of a pain, especially on race 3. We need to be scoring max points. We couldn't manage it last week, so it's a big chance that we do so this time round. Safety car about to come into the pits. We are getting racing again. And can Lewis Hamilton get a run on Max Verstappen? Max Verstappen on mediums. Here goes Lewis Hamilton into turn 1. And Lewis Hamilton says, we will not let you down this time, Azza. We are pulling away from this pack. And Lewis Hamilton and Lance Stroll do a nice swap. Nice multi-21. And we are away. Danger averted here in Spain. We've been tested. We've certainly been tested. And we're going to come away victorious. 1 lap to go. We've even managed the rain, we've managed a safety car, we've managed a Max Verstappen AI, which seems to be incredible. And we now have just half a lap to go to cement our 3rd in a row, 47 points. And we have well and truly lit up this track for the final lap. Lewis Hamilton through the chicane to bring home a 1-2 for AZW. 24 points for Hamilton, 23 for Stroll. Race number 3 goes the way of 47. Race 4 brings us back to Austin for a second dose of qualifying. Potential rain in this one. We've got some wet qualifying to begin with as well. But will it be a wet race or will it be dry? Let's find out. We've got good qualifying, P1, P4. And we have got, potentially some grafting to do in here. But I'm going to go for the boosts that are dry. and hope for the best. Firework and dead fast for the drivers. Lance Stroll is going to go out the gates, never look back. And we've got rain fairly quickly. So, can we get off a good start? Hamilton should get surely a good start up the inside here. And there he goes. Norris moves out the way, cuts back in though, and does manage to defend against us. What is Norris on tyre-wise? Medium tyres for Lando. And Stroll will be away at the start. Hamilton with a firework, trying his best. Now, down the inside, does make the move stick. And we are in P1 and P2. I'm going to push more with Stroll though. Going to get him nice and early in for some potential softs. He's got fuel, so that's why we're going to boost him away. We might do an extra lap with Hamilton. We'll see how badly this weather comes in. And Stroll absolutely flying. We'll bring him back for some servicing on some wets. 25 seconds until that comes out. And Hamilton, we're just going to cruise round. So we're going to bring him up to medium now. Could have done another lap with Stroll probably, but don't worry, we're all good. By the time we come out, we'll have a bit of a sprinkling of wet on the track. And out we come. So we'll bring in Hamilton this lap. Stroll is out on the dry. Only a minute though, only a minute of wet weather. We're going to have to bring in Hamilton for it. And we're going to start boosting Stroll as well, because Stroll's not going to need them tyres for much longer. Burn 'em, baby, burn 'em, is the call from the pit wall. So we're going to carry on this absolute push. Try and get rid of them. Hopefully most of the AI will go to wets, and it will change fairly quickly. As Hamilton now coming round, will come in. Stroll will cut down to medium. Hamilton coming out, P2, head of Norris, that's key. And we're going to use a lap of fuel here. So, the gods of Hutch are still trying to trouble us in race number 4. Still trying to test, and we've got a safety car, another safety car. So, we're going back for some some medium tyres. Oh my God, what a race this is turning out to be. And we have got wet weather for at least a couple of minutes. So back we come for a pit stop again. And we're going to have to try and cruise to the end. Everyone's so spread out. Mixed field, wet tyres and dry tyres. Question is, what does Norris do? Norris looked like he went wide, does pit. Hamilton's, I don't know where Hamilton's going. What tyres does Norris come out on? Norris comes out on wets as well, so we're going to have a big advantage in this race. Everyone seems to be going wets. And that is going to be massively in our favour. We should be able to chill to the end. They're all following Ferrari strategic pit wall. Yeah, all following the Ferrari strategists. And we are now, hopefully, no more rain to bite us, because that could benefit a lot of these cars. Very mixed weather choices and tyre choices this weekend. And if this is anything that qualifies the compy, God help us in the main race at Saturday and Sunday. So we gear up, ready to go. It's completely dry. And Charles Leclerc behind us is on the wets. So we should be able to cruise. Hamilton goes looking for some, well, I don't know, he's looking for a passport out of here, I think. Because he's absolutely everywhere. But we should be able to chill out to the end. We've got 11-second gap to P6 on dries. And we are pulling away from the wet weather runners. So 2 laps to go at the end of this one. And we're well good on tyres. Absolutely fine there. So panic averted. Hopefully no more safety cars. Because these have been a mess today. 3 safety cars in 4 races. And we're hopefully going to finish off nice and easy. Everyone still wet tyres behind us, still at 8-second gap. So let's boost them. Let's finish off with as fast as we can go. And that's what Stroll and Hamilton are certainly trying to do. Let's see who can get the fastest lap out of both of them as we come round. Last lap of qualifying. No safety car can hurt us now. We move on to lap number 8. Stroll goes really wide. Hamilton follows, but better corner from Lewis this time. And we now go past the AI, lapping them from P22. Stroll goes really wide again. Hamilton thinks about it. Can't get the job done. Stroll flying on that dead fast. Hamilton gets in the lead. And Hamilton barges Stroll out the way. And now we are about to finish. P1 for Lewis Hamilton. Danger averted in the final race. P2 for Lance Stroll. He'll be happy with that, just to get over the line without any absolute mess. And we'll wait for the rival to finish to see exactly where we sit after that final race. We have gone 4 lots of 47. I can tell you that. But it's all to play for coming down to Saturday and Sunday, as the rival's still out there on wet tyres. Nearly ran out of tyres as well. In fact, he's about to. Bad race for the rival. I think it was a bot anyway. If it was, for their sake, I hope it was. And they crossed the line. So, 47 points in the bag for the final race at COTA, the circuit of the America in Austin. And let's see where that puts us in the leaderboard in the Champions Division. Second so far, 188 points. I'm with my teammate, Seb. I love you. I don't personally, but he clearly does. And we've got Burton HB down in 8th. So our team stacking it pretty nicely, and they're all at the bottom, just keeping everybody afloat. But that is qualifying done. 4 races, moving to the weekend on 4 points, which is really happy days. And we are ready to go for opening round. I'll see you in the next one.